What's up, YouTube? Big Dog Dave. Got a different kind of mail day, I guess. I don't do these too often, so actually, I think I've only done it one other time before where I actually sent the stuff in, maybe twice. But we got some cards back from grading. This round, the last two, if I did it for the last two, I know I did at least one, was CGC. We are officially done with CGC. I will not grade with CGC anymore. I don't like their new change. I don't like a lot of things going on with CGC right now. So I am officially done with CGC. If you choose to continue to use them, that is your call. I will not rip into you. That's your call. I will use this company that I will show you in a second for certain stuff, mostly vintage. And when I say vintage, I mean like real vintage. I mean pre-80 vintage. And then, I'll use Beckett and PSA when I feel like it. So this is a package from SGC. I've used SGC before through somebody else. They call themselves the Tuxedo. They've been around since like '98, and they've changed their slabs since then. But for anybody that's going to say SGC is a shit company, you would have no fucking idea what you're talking about. For vintage, they're probably the best company to grade with. And that's a fact. And if you don't want to believe that, then you probably started collecting in like 2020 or something like that and think you know everything about fucking cards. But that's fine. You keep getting less money from other companies. I'll go SGC on my vintage. So I already know the grades. I already know what I got. But I figured I'd show you guys also. These are 1955 Bowman football cards that I got in a collection I picked up. Grading, because they had a special on grading for football, was $15 a card. So, I mean, you can't really beat that. Unless you think they're a shit company, which, if you do, you're an idiot. Again, I'm just going to continue to tell you that. You're an idiot. It looks like they put the front and back in plastic. I don't think I have plastic for the rest of them, but I'll get that soon. Yeah, they put sleeves on the front and the back one, but not the middle ones. Alright. Let's see if they put them on, in my opinion, the best ones. Probably. This is probably... well, the other one's debatable, but we'll do this one last because I think it's the best one by player and what it is. Anyways, so here's what we got. You could already see the grade. These are not graded super high. I think 4.5 or 5 might be the highest grade I got. But first one off is Frank Gifford, 4.5. Again, not sure why it gets what, but I think they look really good in these. I don't think there was any major creasing, but there's some discoloration there. I mean, you can tell the edges and the corners aren't perfect. It's off-centered. It is what it is, but it's not bent in half. It's not a 1 or a 2. I mean, you know. George Blanda got a 3. Or maybe it wasn't discoloration. Maybe it was the kicker, the position player. Yeah, that's what it was. I don't know. The surfaces may not have been who knows? Who knows? Jim Ringo got a 4. This is Jim Ringo's rookie, I believe. Bobby Lane got a 4. You can see it's really off-cut or off-centered. The edges, the corners, there's wear. There's probably a spot there. It looks like on the front, the edge there has like a little rip. But they weren't creased in half and stuff like that, so I was like, I'm just going to send them in. Y.A. Tittle got a 5. George McElhaney got a 5. I believe that might be a rookie also. I could be wrong, but not George. Hugh McElhaney. Why did I call him George? The setting on the back is actually pretty nice on that one. Ernie Stautner got a 4. And probably the best card in the lot, even though it's a 3.5, was the Tom Landry. So, again, I'm not upset. I think the Landry by value might be the most expensive one in here, even though it's a 3.5. I think a 2 or 2.5 sold for like $250. So I'm gonna look to try to get between $3 and $350 for that one. But that's all I got. I recommend SGC for vintage cards. I've used them for modern cards also, and I did well. But I think for vintage, that's definitely the way to go. And you can disagree with me all you want, and I'll tell you you're wrong. So, look, I think PSA has its purposes for certain things, especially more modern cards. Even, whatever it is, but for vintage, I'm going to go with SGC. And if you look online, they sell really well too. So you can argue with me, but I'm going to tell you you're wrong. So have a good one, and talk to you later.